This is DJ K Carm with 50 Deuce Radio, and I'm here with University of Kentucky and NBA champion Derek Anderson.
Hey,
Hey, what's going
appreciate you having
on?
me. I'm good. Just going back in from quarantine.
I hear you on that. Well, we are happy to have you. Thank you. Let's start by telling the viewers who is Derek Anderson.
I think when you ask about people's legacy and what they do, I think the most thing people remember is like, how did you make people feel? What did you leave? What did you leave behind? So for me, it's like who I am is just somebody who appreciates the life that I do have. I never tried to be somebody I wasn't. Never wanted to do something that I knew I couldn't do as far as like living the street life, doing anything. I just wanted to be happy. As a kid, you want to grow up, find your own way, do your own thing. And I found that through basketball, found that through treating people the right way. And so Derek Anderson is no different than anybody else. I was blessed with a gift and I used that gift. And now I can just relax and enjoy family.
Right. I got you on that. How has COVID-19 changed your life so far? How are you and your family and friends? Are you guys practicing social distance?
Yeah, what's funny is like I've been retired from basketball and I was fortunate enough that I could just chill. So every day for me was like Monday through Sunday. So I'm a stay-at-home dad. So
Okay.
I stay at home, change diapers, feed kids, and watch TV. So that's all I did, and I'm just pretty much chilling now. I coach basketball in summers. Of course, that slowed up, but
right.
I don't know which day is which before this. I just pretty much kept doing the same thing. It's just sad to see other people's lives change. So I've been more trying to support and help other people who's going through stress situations, knowing that this has happened to us.
Right. Okay. So not too much of a change for you anyway.
Nah, I don't know what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, none of those days are.
Right.
I just
wake up. That sounds like the good life right there.
It's blessed. Trust me. I've been blessed, so I'm appreciative. I worked a lot of other years, but this is definitely rewarding.
Right. Okay. Well, did you get a chance to check out The Last Dance by Michael Jordan? And if so, what did you think about it?
I loved it, man. I've known Mike since my rookie year when he asked me to sign a deal. When I first met him, I walked in the office and he was like, "What's up, DA?" And I'm just like, "How's this dude know me?"
Right.
He and I've been cool since. Like he used to call me my rookie year and say, "Hey, rookie, you all right?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm good." He said, "Well, look, we coming to town. Let's go to dinner, man. We're gonna hang out with you and make sure you all right." And I'm just like, "That's a good dude." And they don't show stuff like that on The Last Dance. Like how he helped other young guys grow up, mature, and be better at basketball, working out with him and just doing those things. They don't show that other side of him. They show him most of the basketball. I wish they would show more of that stuff that he did because everybody's wanting to compete and compare, but that dude's done a lot for me and so many other people. So I've enjoyed it so far, the first 4 episodes, but I hope they get a little more in depth on who he is as a person. Basketball is always going to be given, but I hope they get more in depth on his personality.
Yeah, who he actually is. Okay. Well, let's talk about Stamina. Who inspired you or what inspired you to write your book, Stamina?
I found both my parents. A lot of people know I grew up from the time I was 11. My dad had left. My mom had left me before I turned 12. And I pretty much raised myself working at Winn-Dixie, White Size Candy Truck on Algonquin, and other people in Southwick, Carter Homes. Like, people just looked out for me because I was working. And for me I knew I had to do more than just play basketball and make money. And I found when I went looking for my parents, I'm like, man, I know a lot of people probably missing out on a lot of life because they got too much anger and hatred in their body. And I didn't have hate for my parents. I was just angry at them because I didn't know why they left. They never came to see me play basketball. Like, not high school, not college. They was just like, they was living their own lives. So I went and found both of my parents. And once I did that, I just felt like it was good for me to release and hopefully help somebody else release it. But if you never quit, you'll always find some way of finding out how to win in life.
Right.
And for me, writing Stamina was just telling everybody, don't quit. Just do not quit yet. Just keep going. Tomorrow might change the whole 30, 40 years you've been living. Just try to get to tomorrow and see what happens.
Right. So you pretty much answered this already, but you do feel that the details that you chose to write about in Stamina did help shape you to be who you are today, pretty much.
Oh, absolutely. It taught me discipline. Like, if you're
Mm-hmm.
not going to take care of yourself, who is? Like, so
Right.
many of these kids nowadays thinking everybody owes them something. They be like, well, my dad didn't do this, I'm mad at my dad. My mom don't do this, I'm mad at her. Like, don't nobody owe you nothing. If they give
Right.
you a place, like, if they give you life and you can work, go work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've done as far as they can. Like, I never blamed my parents for what they did. They had their own issues and problems. But I didn't say, I'm going to go start drinking and smoking and doing stupid stuff because they did. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted a better life. So guess what? I went and worked for one. And so for me was, I think everybody has their own life challenges, but
Mm-hmm.
it never changes. You got to grow up and mature and take care of you first. If you take care of you, you will be successful. Stop trying to do everything else except take care of you. Work, get you a place to live, and get some food. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You'll be all right. Just keep working.
Right. So what is it like to be such an inspiration to the youth, especially right now?
I wasn't doing it for that, but when it came, it was rewarding because I knew Ali did that for me. I
Okay.
knew watching certain people like him, like my school teachers were the people I looked up to back in the day because they actually cared about, the kids and the students. They were like, you know what, we're trying to work, and they really did the good things. Like students now, I think they don't respect the teachers, and then the teachers almost like they're tired of it. So for me,
Right.
the teachers back in the day, they were just so, and the parents allowed the teachers to be parents too because they had the kids most of the day. Now parents won't even let the teachers help them out. And I think the teachers have always taught me how to behave. They taught me how to hold my temper in. They taught me to finish my work, to not make excuses. So I've always looked at that as being my goal. So when I was able to have a name or some kind of fame attached to it, I knew I had to give back like they did and like Ali did and so many of my community leaders. And I just kept doing that. And that's what my job is now, to give back.
Right. Okay. And do you still love basketball the same way you did when you were in college or the NBA?
I love when I coach. I love watching good basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a fan of a lot of it because it's not real basketball. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of arrogance. It's a lot of greed. It's just so many other things have come into the game that it's changed the game. The ball hasn't changed in
Right.
65 years. The goal hasn't changed.
Uh-huh.
It's the people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you just watch me just be selfish the whole game, it's like, you don't want to see that.
Right.
Like, that's not basketball. It's 5 people out there. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, the game has really changed. It's not as fun, but I still love parts about it.
Okay.
But it's just tough watching, man. It's like, it's very tough watching basketball now. But that's why I coach it and I try to change it for the better. And I want my kids to enjoy it and have a good time before they have to get a real job.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a favorite memory from basketball, NBA or college or both?
You know what? I have a lot of memories.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest and best memory was when I first started playing basketball in 6th grade.
Uh-huh.
And I remember everybody just talking about, man, he's not going to make it. He's so thin. He's so little. He's not going to do this and that. And I made the team over all the guys that was telling me I wasn't going to make it. So I always told kids, like, man, don't let people stop you from getting what you're supposed to be. Like, I had never played organized ball until then.
Right.
So for me to make it, it was like, I always remember that story. It's like, I remember all them dudes was hating on, he ain't going to make it. He's too look how thin he is. They was sitting in street clothes. So it was always a good memory. It's like, never let somebody detour your future. Because what if I'd have got mad at them and quit?
Right.
So I always remember that. So that was my greatest story that I could always remember.
Okay. So D Wade recently retired. What was it like playing alongside him, and how was it getting your first championship along with him and Shaq?
It was fun. I didn't know him well. Of course, we'd been practicing at the games, but he would listen when I tell him certain things that I saw he wasn't doing.
Okay.
We had good conversations. Like, he was receptive to coaching from other players. He knew we were all older, like me, Gary Payton, a lot. We had like all of us 10 years in. So he was kind of the new guy. So he was like, you know what, I got to listen to these guys. And he was receptive to that. So it was good. And of course, playing with Shaq, he made my job easy. I was like, throw it to him, throw it out, shoot it. If not, throw it to him. So, and he's a prankster, so he made it fun. It was cool. It was a lot of fun playing with them guys, especially when at that level, like I won in college and NBA, and I was like, well, that was it for me. I was ready to go. I retired, so I was excited, and I was fortunate that I was on that team.
Oh, that's what's up. And I'm sure y'all had a ball of fun.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
after we won, yeah, we tore Dallas up.
Uh-huh. Well, so what advice would you give to a young man or young lady in high school with ambition and, just trying to get into professional basketball or just to succeed in general?
Well, I always tell everybody the same thing: is your mental focus is what's gonna make you successful. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care where it is. Like, you can do anything that you want to do if you put your mental focus on that. Certain people think they would never do. Like, I see people go to jail and they come out and they be like so much smarter. I'm like, well, why did you read book before you went to jail?
Right.
Avoid the foolishness and use your brain. And they're like, man, this and that. And I'm like, and that's why I tell these kids, you don't have to fail in order to succeed. They always think I got to do this because of money. I got to do this because of my parents. No, you don't. You have to do it the right way in order for it to last long. So for me, as I always tell those kids, just use your brain. Forget your body right now. Use your mindset. Use how to stay disciplined. And major thing is also a sacrifice now for later.
Okay.
That's what I did a lot. I sacrificed partying, clubbing. I've never drank, never smoked, never had any alcohol in my system.
Okay.
And I'm 46, and it was like because I sacrificed that is when I realized I didn't have to waste money or waste time or risk anything bad happening to me in order to succeed. So those habits just stuck with me. And I'm no better than anybody because I don't drink or smoke, but I just knew those sacrifices helped save money when I didn't have any. It helped me not get a DUI when I was driving home to get my son. Like, I avoided a lot of situations because I sacrificed early. So it's just one of those things. Use your mind and sacrifice. And I think most people can make it.
Okay. And what is Derek doing today? What is Derek Anderson doing today? What do you have going on?
Besides my foundation, where I teach kids how to live their life, like teach them how to prepare for taxes, pay your rent, save money. I teach that in my school, but most of it's just teaching my young kids AAU basketball, and I'm trying to get those guys in college. I had them for 3 years now, and I've been bringing them all the way up the same group, maybe a couple new guys, but I want to get those guys to go to college so they can come back home and support and bring money back home or degrees or some kind of education that they can help the next generation. Because this generation is up to us.
Right.
We can't just be complaining about how social media has messed them up and how negligent they are. We got to change that. And if we don't change it, guess what? Our grandchildren will suffer from them not knowing what to do.
Right.
So for me, it's just continue to build young men and women up, and hopefully they'll be the next generation that can raise the next generation.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. If there's one thing, you kind of touched on it in a couple different ways, but one thing for anyone just following their dream in general, what would you tell them they need to do, or one piece of advice?
Don't listen to other people.
Okay.
Do whatever you want to do. Don't listen to other people. I don't care if it's good news and good stuff to do, and they tell you, hey, you can do good if you stay in school, this and that. Learn what you're learning by in school. Don't just read a book. Actually learn what you're reading. Understand why you're reading it.
Right.
Just do what you want to do, man, but don't listen to other people. Other people are miserable people who say negative things, are miserable people about their lives. Like, I do not have to hate on anybody. We can compete, we can laugh, we can joke, but there's no reason for you to hate on someone else unless your own unhappiness is bothering you. So tell everybody, don't listen to other people and do what you want to do, and don't quit when you start. Wait till you get it done, finish, and then you can live a great life. And money is not success.
Right.
Success is about your own happiness, doing what you want to do.
Okay. Well, I'm sure somebody's out there listening and will take all of that in. Do you have any shout outs you want to give today?
Everybody. Shout out to my cousin A-Lee, to you guys, everybody that just helped support me and helping support the city and everywhere else. Like, good people are still out there. It's just a lot of people don't acknowledge them. So all the good people, just want to say thank you guys for doing what you're doing, and we can win. Like, we're going to beat this coronavirus. We're going to beat whatever else comes our way, so long as we stay together. So I'm just appreciate you guys, and thank you too.
Thank you so much, Derek. We definitely appreciate you checking in with 50 Deuce Radio. And hopefully once this virus is over, we'll be checking back in with you, see what you got going on, okay?
Sounds good. I'll be around. Thank you, guys.